tournament of the new year, the American Express. Well, it's been a long off season. Everyone here looking to get their new year off on the right foot. What better place to do it than right here in La Quinta as we see what's going on here in round one. The leader is JT Poston. He's off to a good start at 6 under. We get out to the play at the par 3 6th. Frank, this is our golfer's first ever tournament as a professional on the PGA Tour. Now, you played a number of years on the European Tour before coming stateside, but take me back. What do you remember about your professional debut?
Oh, it's huge, Rich. I can remember it like yesterday. I was 19, and just how nervous you get. I was lucky enough that I had some friends that were professional golfers, and they took me aside, and they said, listen, you got 2 arms, you got 2 legs, you're just like everybody else in the field. Don't give in to them. But the nerves too, you know, you feel like you're in somebody else's body, but they said the other bit of advice I got, nerves mean you care, so don't ever want to play without them. So great advice too, and this is a moment that they will always remember, your debut on the PGA Tour. Just a little over-ambitious on that chip shot. It just sailed past.
That's pretty good. This 6th green is not an easy one to hit, but that is safely aboard. This is a 22-foot putt. Good stuff, though it is for a bogey 4. And he'll drop back to 1 over par. You know, Frank, this is a great setting for kicking off the new season. This Palm Springs area weather is almost ideal every single year. It's kind of like golf in a dome. So what's the secret to being successful on desert courses like this? Because we've seen some really low scores through the years.
Rich, you nailed it. Dome-like conditions means everybody's going to go low. You're not really worrying about cross breezes. Plus, add that in that it's a relatively flat track. That means there's no elevation changes really to consider. Green's also relatively flat, so get that ball on the putting surface. Greens aren't overly quick, but really anything inside 20 feet, you're going to have a good look at it. And don't keep looking at that leaderboard, because if you think you're going to make birdies, everybody else is doing the same thing. Pedal to the metal.
That one was carrying a little too much steam. It runs right through this short 7th fairway and into the bunker. And that's going to be okay. It's out of the bunker, but not as close as you'd like. He's hoping here to at least get this to tap-in range, but it is for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt. That was a slippery one, but that's well done. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7, and he'll stay at 1 over. Up next, the 559-yard par 5/8, where we get a little break from the water found on the previous 3 holes, but there's plenty of sand to make up for it. Good driving hole. Let it rip. this up the right side off the tee. No issues here. That is into the fairway.
The beauty of this par 5, so many different ways to play it. You'd be a little wayward, even with the tee shot or the second shot, but really, it's going to be about the third shot today. How close can you hit it?
This one measures out to 15 feet. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain right where he is. Wrapping up the front 9 here at PGA West with the 452-yard par 4 ninth hole. You can plainly see where you don't want to hit it. That's in that water down the right side. So paramount to be on the left. If you put that ball where you're supposed to, you have a good chance to finish this front 9 with a birdie. And that ball going to land in the bunker, but fortunately it doesn't appear to have plugged. Need to be careful not to take much, if any, sand here. His second to this par 4.
As soon as the ball went in the bunker, that's where the problems start. Nothing more you can do, just advance it out and hope the next one gets in close.
Oh, no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Starting the backside with a 416-yard par 4 10th. Favor the right side to avoid the water, which is once again a factor. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
144 left to the hole, looking to make up for that drop shot with a birdie here.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, you really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll remain at 2 over par. We come now to the longest hole on the course. How's this? 617 yards, par 5 11th, aptly named Eternity. It is imperative to miss the bunkers down the left-hand side. That one's going to hit hard, get a little bit of run out, and that is going to wind up just fine. Still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second. Good shot right there with that 3-wood, sitting up nicely.
Yeah, most importantly, the second shot's on the fairway. And this par 5 playing long today. See how close this third shot can be hit.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Looked like he just sort of stabbed at it, Frank. He'll be disappointed in that effort.
Did he use a knife, Rich? I mean, should have used a wedge.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Yeah, that's a good roll there to come away with just a bogey at this par 5. And he is very quickly down to 2 over par. For the golfer we had our eye on, no other way to say it, Frank, just not a real good day out there.
It could be a short week, Rich. We can complain about the conditions and that, but look at the leaderboard. The rest of the field, they didn't have a problem.
EA Sports, and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From sunny La Quinta, California, live second-round coverage of the opening tournament on the tour schedule, the American Express. What a great time of year to be here in La Quinta. If you come in July, expect temperatures north of 110 degrees. But now, here in January, this is perfect as we check our Day 2 leaderboard. Our leader is Jonathan Bird. He shows the way at 7 under. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. So as we continue along with this second round coverage of the American Express, our featured golfer playing in their first ever PGA Tour event. Some ups and downs yesterday. The nerves showed here and there. Frank, what'd you see?
Nerves really, Rich. That was a choppy round. But if I look beyond that, I see a little bit of a rough diamond. Going to take a little polishing, but deep down, I think there's game there.
So that first round as a professional didn't quite go as planned. Nota Begay III was following the action. Nota, how does a young golfer rebound?
Well, it was the first round and the first event of what is going to be a very long season. Player just has to come back, figure out what went wrong, try to make the appropriate changes to get things moving back in the right direction, and hopefully build some momentum headed into what's going to be a very demanding season.
This from about 10 feet. Oh, you're kidding? This game's unfair sometimes. That luck did the whole way. All right, that's in for a bogey here to start the round. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. Come down to the 371-yard second here at PGA West. Short but demanding par 4 with bunkers down the left side and an undulating green that will challenge the best of putters. Good solid tee shot there coming on. So after a big drive, 77 yards now for his second. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
And that will be quite a challenge from there to get away with his par.
If he can make this, I'd just take it and run to the next hole.
Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. And that's going to move him back to 4 over. Par 4 third's a good one at 471 yards. Ideal spot is the right side of this fairway. That way you keep it away from that large fairway bunker on the left. Good drive, and you'll have a chance to make a good score here. The PGA Tour season kicking off here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. And we're back at it next week. Frank will make the 2-hour drive down to La Jolla and Torrey Pines outside of San Diego for the Farmers Insurance Open. Just such a good time of year, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. It's just stunning. I mean, rain, hail or shine, this is just a beautiful part of the world. If you don't like beautiful countryside and coastline, I mean, there's something wrong. This is gorgeous.
Gonna have to flight this a long way. His second out of the bunker. Well, lesson there, I think, is if you find the bunker, you're just asking for trouble. Short of the green and a lot of work to do to salvage par. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand. And that race is right on by. Nicely judged, though it's 4-5 here at par 3. And he'll fall back now to 5 over par. We arrive now at the first par 3 of the day, the 192-yard fourth. Large bunker on the right is the only trouble to avoid. Better to be long here than short. Try to fly it all the way back there, but that'll be too much as it trundles over the back of the green. Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
That's going to leak out to the right and trickle away. Not the right read there. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And he'll slide a bit further here to 7 over par. So our featured golfer here, Frank, not going to play the weekend in that first ever PGA Tour event, but you have to figure there will be brighter days ahead.
No question about it.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From a stunning setting, Torrey Pines Golf Course in Southern California, it's opening round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. Situated high on the cliffs overlooking the Pacific Ocean, what a golf course, Torrey Pines, and what a weekend we should have in store as we look at the leaderboard here in round one. The leader is Mark Hubbard. He's off to a 4-under start. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to get off to a hot start and maybe make an early move up the AM leaderboard. We head out to the course as we pick up the action on the tee at the par 4 fourth. Here at Torrey Pines, Frank, and I think you would agree, this is one of the prettiest settings on tour. Ocean to the west, Del Mar north of us, La Jolla and San Diego to the south. But let's talk about our featured golfer here. Things didn't go so well out in the desert. It was a missed cut at PGA West. What would your advice be for how to attack things this week?
Well, first and foremost, every great player, or every player that I've known over the history of this game has trunk slammed it more than once in their career. You put those clubs in the car and drive to your next event, try and change the mojo, get rid of the bad vibes. But this is a stern test this week. This is enough to get the concentration back. But, you know, I'm going to say this many a time in their career. You've got to hit the reset button. And this is the time, too, because the golf course demands too much out of you. Yesterday, last week, is long gone.
Nota Begay III is with us. And Nota, I always thought, and you would know better having been there, that learning to deal with disappointments, with setbacks, is absolutely crucial to becoming a successful professional player. So our featured golfer is back after missing the cut in their professional debut. What is the proper mindset as you try to rebound?
Well, the process at the professional level on the PGA Tour is about trial and error. You go out there and you apply the strategies that you think are going to work. If they don't work, you come back, you correct what you think went wrong, and then you come back out the next week and you try to make it right.
Just going to sneak on by. He'll go ahead and finish that off. It's in for his bogey. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. We're here, of course, at Torrey Pines, the South Course. Long history of this event in San Diego, dating back to 1952. It's been here at Torrey since 1968. A lot of great winners. Frank, you've played the course a number of times. Overall, what are the things that a young golfer like this needs to keep in mind this week?
You have to remind yourself it's just a plain, hard, straight-up golf course. And plus, it's going to play every inch of its length because of the marine layer that often comes in. So you have that very dense air. We're obviously at sea level. And plus the Poana greens. You're going to miss the odd short putt. You can't let that get to you. You look around the leaderboard, you don't see the same 60-nothings that we saw the week before.
Working out of the rough now for his second at the par 4 fifth. Nah, just caught it fat out of the rough. Never had a chance of reaching, and now it is time to regroup and try to escape with a par.
Just hit it way too hard, and you don't get enough spin on the ball, it is going to fly out of that line.
It is always so hard to judge the flight coming out of that kind of line. "21 feet from pay dirt." Speed was spot on, a good putt, but nothing to show for it. That goes down, but it's a 6 at the par 4. And that won't help the cause one bit. All right, so you've made your way through some of those harder par 4s, and now you get a chance to lick your chops at this par 5. The 6th is 564 yards with a good tee shot. You'll have a chance at getting home in 2 and maybe making a 3. Nope, that is going to be into that series of 5 bunkers running up the left side of this 6th hole. Getting out more important than distance here as he readies his 2nd.
A little too casual with the 2nd shot out of the fairway bunker on the par 5. That had to find the fairway. Instead, this hole's just getting a little more difficult. It's tough to take an extra club out of that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to email the green.
Gave that one everything he had, and he really gouged it, and still, it was short. Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll remain at +4. On now to another lengthy par 4 on this front side here at Torrey Pines. The 462-yard 7th. Tee shot down the left side is your best bet if you can do it. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. This is where club selection is so important. 2nd shot into that stiff breeze. Okay, safely in for his par. And he's going to stay at +5. So 1 round in the books. Frank, how would you assess what you saw from this golf course?
I think the golf course was the star, Rich. Really, there's enough good holes out there, some strong par 4s to really...
EA Sports, and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Jolla, California, just north of San Diego, live second-round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. So much to behold here at Torrey Pines: the ocean, the cliffs, the trees, the green grass, the blue sky, maybe even a paraglider or two as we check out the Friday leaderboard. We've currently got a tie at the top at 5 under par. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. And this one will just sneak into the first cut of rough, but doesn't appear, Frank, to be a huge issue.
Yeah, opening tee shot, a little on the safe side, but you're right. It doesn't seem too much of a problem.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Well, Frank, this is a case where a par is going to feel like an eagle if he's able to get this done.
If he can just make it, just make this putt, then just run to the next tee.
Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, it's a bogey here at first, and that's going to drop him back down to 6 over. Well, the second hole here at Torrey Pines South is by no means long, but by the same token, it's not easy. This is strategic play, certainly off the tee. Put yourself in position, get a good angle at that whole location. Good solid tee shot there, coming off the bogey at the first. This is in the fairway at number 2. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
118 yards to the hole. Wind definitely hurting in his face. Gap wedge just a touch offline. It's going to miss left.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll remain at 6 over. With La Jolla and the blue Pacific in the distance, we move ahead to the picturesque 201-yard par 3 third. Club selection can range from a 9-iron to a hybrid, depending on conditions. And you definitely don't want to be long here. Well, next week the California swing continues. We head up the coast to Pebble Beach, there's nothing like it. The AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Yeah, it started all those years ago with all the Hollywood stars. The great Bing Crosby used to be called the clam bake, but look what it's turned into now. Now golfers are the stars. And if you want to be part of this, there is no better place. Come to Pebble Beach.
Okay, safely aboard. Not particularly close, but we've seen plenty of balls get pushed into the canyon, so that's not all bad. This one, not for the faint of heart. Down a big slope, though it is for birdie. Oh, this one is tracking. It's on a good line. Look out. This one could be really good. Oh, dude, that. What a roll that was. A long one in for birdie. And hopefully that can jumpstart the round, because it's going to take a good one to overcome yesterday's performance and make it through to the weekend. Here we are now at the 490-yard par 4 fourth, the second longest of the challenging par 4s here at Torrey Pines. A good tee shot is essential, and the par is a good score. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
Yeah, he's left himself 138 yards to the flag. Wind coming from behind, so you'll need to be careful where you land it.
A very conservative approach shot. It's a safe side of the green, but as we can all attest, a long way from the hole.
With La Jolla in the background now, this for birdie. Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll stay right where he is. Next up here at Torrey Pines, the par 4 fifth, measuring 454 yards. Good tee shot, should take the fairway bunkers out of play. This par 4 fifth here at Torrey Pines South measures 454 yards. That's not overly long by today's standards. The key here is to keep your tee shot out of those fairway bunkers. If you do and you're in the fairway, you have a reasonable chance to get out of here with a birdie. Okay, that's going to split the bunkers. A good tee shot here at 5. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second. looking to splash this softly onto the green. Okay, that should be inside of 10 feet. Not too bad. This is a 9-footer. Nope, didn't see the break, and that slides by to the left. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Well, after 3 lengthy par 4s in the first 5 holes, this 564-yard par 5/6 is a welcome sight. Frequently downwind, dogleg right. Eagle is a possibility, but birdie far more likely. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Okay, so he'll fish that out of the rough and back onto the fairway, but still well out of position on this par 5. Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection or execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone.
Well, it's starting to feel like the Titanic right now, and this round can sink in a hurry.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. So, Frank, this a very difficult Friday for our featured golfer. Nothing seemed to go right. And this is going to wind up an MC. That stands for missed cut. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Monterey Peninsula, live opening round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Blue skies on top of blue waters, right next to one of the prettiest pieces of green grass on this good earth, as we check out the leaderboard here in round one. We've got a tie at the top. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. So many great golf courses here on the Monterey Peninsula. We're at Pebble Beach for this, the third tournament on the PGA Tour schedule this year. And Frank, we look at the golfer we're going to be following. Rookie on this tour, still looking to play the weekend for the first time after 2 missed cuts. Is there a danger of getting too discouraged early on?
There certainly is, and I think that's exactly where the player feels right now. If all of a sudden it's 3 in a row, you start to think, have I made the right decision? But I remember a line from the late, great Arnold Palmer. He said, this game is 90% mental, and the other 10%, well, that's mental as well.
Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. Okay, good putt there, but it is a bogey here at 1. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par. Frank, this whole area of the country, Monterey, Carmel, 17-mile drive, just such a stunning setting for golf. We're just taking a nice drive with the emerald green fairway set against the ocean blue. It's just ideal. But talk to me about playing the course, Pebble Beach. What should a young golfer like this keep in mind when teeing it up for the first time as a professional?
Rich, it's the polar opposite of the drive-in, where you decompress and look at the views. Because once you get onto that first tee at Pebble, it's a wonderful golf course designed by Jack Neville. You're going to realize that no 2 holes look the same. I mean, that's stating the obvious there. But side hill lies when you play it towards the Pacific. And then you sort of beat your way around the golf course. The beautiful downhill par 3 7th. I know it's talked about and it's photographed, but that's where you start scratching your head and like, do I have the right club? And that's a feeling you get at Pebble so often around this golf course. But I mentioned 7, so I've got to mention 8, 9, and 10. In my opinion, they're the 3 best par 4s in a row in any golf course I've ever seen. I mean, they're beautiful driving holes and iron play, but, Pebble's about the experience, but it's also about the legacy that this golf course has for America. So to compete at Pebble is one thing. To play well at Pebble, well, that's another thing as well. Two shots around this green is always good. Now, for a little CVS, perhaps a 3rd shot on this par 5, get one close, maybe make 4.
Okay, that's acceptable there. Slow down. Okay, that'll run about 4 feet by. Nicely done as he rolls that in for his par, and he'll stay at 1 over. Well, Frank, here we are at the third. Severe dog leg left, and I'm just curious how much of that dog leg the big hitters might think about chewing off.
Rich, the game has changed so much. If there's a hint of a breeze behind, I mean, really, have a crack at it with a driver. It's about 350 yards, really, to the front edge of the green. But if not, you've got to negotiate those 3 bunkers on the right side. And, well, depending on what club you want to have to head off the tee, decide which one of those bunkers you want to aim.
And that's going to wind up in the bunker off the tee, so this opening round not progressing as planned here in the early going.
Tee shot in the fairway bunker set up this problem, and now awry again. So we've got the spray can out at the moment. Quite simply inexcusable to go from, well, really what was an advantageous situation to one that is now worse.
Oh, that's marvelous right there. Let that club slide right through the sand, and that might very well limit the damage here. Oh, no. All right, that's in for a double bogey 6. And just like that, he'll fall to 3 over par. With Stillwater Bay on the right, this is Pebble's picturesque 333-yard par 4 fourth. Tee shot could be anything from long iron to driver, but beware of the 9 bunkers surrounding the fairway and green. And this ball absolutely piped. It is right down the middle. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
And that will be quite a challenge from there to get away with his par.
If he can make this, I'll just take it and run to the next hole.
That is well read. A terrific putt there to save par. And he'll hold steady at +3. So here we are, Frank, the 5th hole, the first of the 4 par 3s at Pebble Beach. It doesn't get all the love that some of the others do, but this one has the players' attention. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, it certainly does, Rich. Everybody wants to take a picture, down by the 17th hole, famous par 3. Remember Jack Nicklaus's one iron, but believe me, I think this hole is every bit as tough as 17.
That winds up way left. That's going to leave a very awkward distance to somehow try to save par.
Had to take the boxing gloves off on that one. No touch whatsoever, and this is a long, long putt coming back.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Yeah, that's well done, though it is for bogey here at the par 3, and that won't help the cause one bit. So one round complete, and Frank, this is such a good field this week. We may see the cream rise to the top come Sunday.
I hope you're right, Rich. This is a great golf course too.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From beautiful Pebble Beach, California, it's live second-round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Well, let's face it, Mother Nature's just showing off this week. Pebble Beach, one of the crown jewels of American sport in all its glory. As we look at the Friday leaderboard, we've got a tie at the top at 6 under par. So let's get you out to the action on the turn as we head to the tee at the par 4 10th. And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, the pin, 136 is the number we're looking for, and that pin, well, it's back left today.
Inexcusable. An awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Maybe got a little too much sand there. That came out fat, and the rough took all the momentum off the ball. And that'll trickle on, but wind up well short. Nope. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. And that's going to drop him even further down the leaderboard. Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway finder.
A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot. Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection, poor execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone. That might have been okay if it stayed in that thinner rough, but I think this popped into that deeper area. So that not his best, and this part of his game has been disappointing to say the least today.
It certainly has, and sometimes you just get too much going on upstairs. You know what I'm talking about. So you don't focus on what you need to do.
Now, you can tell the thoughts are elsewhere right now. You got to get in the moment. First par 3 now on the backside. Frank, this is sort of the forgotten hole, the 12th, 202 yards.
It is. It's in the corner of the golf course. If you look at the right side of the screen, it's very narrow, but that's actually the entry or the gateway. And the reason why I say that, that's the full width of the putting surface. If you're going to take the bunker on, you've got to carry the ball another 8 or 9 yards. But one thing in your favor is this hole plays 10 yards downhill.
That is going to miss off to the left, so now par going to be very difficult from there. We'll remind you that coming up next week, we move from the serenity of the Pacific Ocean here at Pebble Beach to a scene that will be anything but calm. That is the Waste Management Phoenix Open down at TPC Scottsdale. Frank, I always think different venues, sort of different soundtracks. Pebble is crashing waves with Argyle sweaters. The Waste Management Phoenix Open, it's like a nightclub in Prague at about 2 in the morning.
I've been to Prague too, yeah. Except Prague doesn't have the 700,000 people. It's the greatest gate. Some say the greatest show on grass. It really is. That 16th hole, I'll tell you just one quick little story. Tom Watson, in his heyday with the late Bruce Edwards on the bag, it was the one hole he changed his routine. He would get Bruce to go ahead to the tee, all those people around, and he'd just say, give me the club and hit it. It was the one time he broke tradition. It's absolute frenzy at Scottsdale.
That's going to slide on by. That's what happens when things are going poorly, right? You don't take your time, and it costs you another stroke. Here we are at Pebble's 13th 401-yard par 4 that some consider a bit of a breather on the course. Birdie is definitely a possibility here. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay III.
He's got 159 yards left, struggling all day, looking to do something good here.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
$18-footer. No, kind of underread that one, and it winds up missing below the hole. Okay, that one finished off. It is a bogey here at unlucky number 13. And with it, he's going to fall even further down this leaderboard, well above par. So conditions were tough out there, Frank. Our featured golfer could never really put it together, and it's going to mean a missed cut.
I got to be honest, Rich, that was underwhelming. It really was.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From perpetually sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, it's live opening round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. It is called the People's Open. Enthusiastic crowds have been the norm. 700,000 fans expected through the turnstiles this week. As we check the early leaderboard, Aaron Wise is your leader. He's on the move early at 5 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to get off to a hot start and maybe make an early move up the AM leaderboard. So let's get out to the action as we pick things up on the tee at the par 4 fifth. So Frank, week 4 now on the PGA Tour. We said last week that there were a unique set of traditions at Pebble Beach. This tournament, unique in a different way. I have to think for a young golfer like the one we'll be following today, this can be an intimidating place to play if you're not prepared. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a great choice of words, Rich. It does intimidate you because when you go through the tunnel at 15 and then you go into that cauldron, coliseum, whatever you want to call it, of 16, and you see 30,000 people surround it like a baseball diamond, that's something I know when I first did it for the first time. I've never experienced anything like that. Your heart rate goes uncontrollable. You go into like this sort of crazed frenzy. So, yeah, this is no tradition here.
Well, Frank, this is a case where a par is going to feel like an eagle if he's able to get this done.
If he can just make it, just make this putt, then just like run to the next tee.
Nicely judged, though it's 4-5 here at the par 3. And he's going to fall out of red figures back down to even par. Such a thrill playing in the Masters as a professional for the first time. Frank, if you could take me back through your first round, your first tournament, what do you remember most about that experience?
Good and bad, really. It was the first cut that I missed as in a major championship. But in those days, they didn't use the top 50 of the world rankings, so I really didn't get into my sort of early mid-30s. But I don't really want to talk about my first round. But by virtue of that, I got drawn with the late great Arnold Palmer on the Friday, and I sort of wanted to get out of town as quick as I could. But I watched the great man play the golf course, and I saw lines that I never ever saw when I played my practice rounds. Got to play alongside a guy that obviously had put on a green jacket more than once. And while that was a Masters I'd like to forget for different reasons, the very next year I finished 4th. So I credit that to my rookie year and playing with a man that basically could play the golf course backwards in Arnold Palmer.
This one measures out to 15 feet. Oh, that'll bring a wry smile. A very good putt there to save his par. And he'll stay at even par. This 215-yard 7th is the longest par 3 at TPC Scottsdale. The challenge here is that there's a false front there, so if you don't take enough club, you can come back off short of the green. And if you're left, you'll end up in that big bunker, which is guarding the putting surface. No, that is into the larger of the two bunkers around this seventh green.
Now from the bunker. Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Took a lot of sand there. That did not have enough to reach the green. It's going to get hung up on the fringe. A little strong on the chip right there. Certainly not ideal.
Well, that's for sure. And that leaves double bogey on the table.
Nope. Good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. Okay, finished off there for double bogey. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Right, the par 4 8th. This is a good hole.
It is a dog leg to the left, forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front, unless there's a flag position in the front. You're really going to have to fly it at least 20 yards or so into that green. Otherwise, that ball is going to run towards the front.
Ooh, that started well right. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
So after the missed fairway, his second now from the rough at 8.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Yes, a perfect read there. That is in to save par. And he'll remain at 2 over par. The final hole on this opening side is a par 4 measuring out at 454 yards. There's one bunker to avoid right of the landing zone. But the distinguishing feature here is this green with a ridge right in the middle. Getting the ball to the correct portion of the green on the approach shot can be the difference between a 10-footer for birdie or a 50-footer. So often we talk about needing precision off the tee, and this is how you do it. That is dead center. 174 yards remaining here as he'll play his second. You can't go wrong with finding the middle of the green. That's well done. Not only a long putt, but a bending putt. Strong right to left in this one. They'll be very pleased just to get this one within a couple of feet. Might overread it just a bit, and it stayed out wide left of the hole. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that's going to move him back to 4 over. So 1 round in the books. Frank, how would you assess what you saw from this golf course?
I think the golf course was the star, Rich. Really, there's enough good holes out there, some strong par 4s to really make you think. And then there's enough opportunity. Some of those short par 4s and par 5s, they're certainly gettable. So I think it bodes well for the remainder of this tournament.
Till next time, for our entire... EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Sonoran Desert and always entertaining TPC Scottsdale, it's live second-round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. It is known as the greatest show on grass, and it has lived up to that moniker through the first couple of rounds as we take a look at the Friday leaderboard. We're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. So let's get you out to the action on the turn as we head to the tee at the par 4 10th. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
141 yards left to the hole. Pin is in the left back portion of the green.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
This is in the 30-foot range here. It's for birdie. we've seen folks hang that putt out to the right. It does not move as much as you'd think, and that goes on by. That one safely in for a bogey. And he'll fall back now to 5 over par. Moving on to the 11th hole, Frank, water all along the left side, 472 yards. How do you handle this one?
Well, this one's weird because the tees are a little off-center. They start down the right side, which makes it into a dogleg. And you mentioned the water. It always comes into play. And there are 0 fairway bunkers. You don't need them here at 11 because really it's all about the tee shot. Find the fairway, then even though it's a long par 4, you should be able to at least attack that green safely. Miss the fairway to the right, which is the barrel outside, and your problems are just starting.
Ball not sitting too badly here at number 11. This is his second shot. Ooh, that's where the wayward previous shot will cost you. Failed to reach the green from the rough, and now it's time to scramble. Not going to be easy. Yeah, that one came out hot, tough to judge sometimes, coming out of the sand, and that winds up well beyond the flag. That's a good set of hands right there to get it that close from that far away. Safely in. It's a bogey here at number 11. And that's going to drop him back down to 6 over. Arriving now at the beautiful 192-yard par 3 12th, featuring a peninsula green with water hugging the right side and 2 deep bunkers protecting the left. PGA Tour moves back to California next week. We'll be at Hogan's Alley in Riviera Country Club just west of Los Angeles for the Genesis Invitational. Frank, we go from hysteria to history.
Oh, you do, yeah. Humphrey Bogart's tree on the left side of the 12th hole. Still there, and it's still a feature. A huge sycamore tree there that kicks the odd ball away from the green. It's good. The whole golf course is in a sort of a bowl, so you get these swirling winds. I know they've tried to renovate the golf course over the last few years. It's actually made the fairways a little wider, but another straight-up test. I mean, the West Coast swing, you really have to bring your game.
That's well done. Let the slope take it. That is an excellent shot. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll remain at 6 over. Par 5 13th, chance for birdie or maybe even eagle if you're bold and brave enough, but also, Frank, chance for disaster here?
Well, there is. Water very much in play down the right side. There's a bunker down the left too. If you finish up in that, there's no way you're going for this par 5 and 2. Then it becomes a little bit of a zigzag mission. The second shot either has to be hit down the right side, just skirting that bunker in the front, or it has to be all carry.
Is starting up the right side. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be.
Two solid shots, gets close to this par 5 green in 2. I know the ball's in the rough, but it's not too bad. With a good short game, perhaps birdie.
that will be quite a challenge from there to get away with his par.
If he can make this, I'll just take it and run to the next hole.
Yeah, that's a good roll there to come away with just a bogey at this par 5. And he'll slide a bit further here to 7 over par. This one starting up that left side. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Not a big issue, though it is in the rough. Should have a go at this one. Second shot now, 14th hole. From the rough into the bunker, or the frying pan into the fire. Sometimes mistakes, they just have a way of compounding themselves. Okay, well, that is on the green, but apparently just too difficult to get enough loft on it out of the bunker, and that winds up well beyond the hole. Okay, no further damage. It's a bogey 5, and that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. So that's where this tourney will end for our featured golfer. Their 2-round score falling outside the cut line.
And if you focus on anything other than that, then you're doing yourself a disservice. It happens. Believe me. Move on.
So, for Frank Nobilo, EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the wetlands, it's live opening round coverage of the Florida Classic. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all as we look at the leaderboard on this Thursday. Keegan Bradley is on top. He's off to a good start at 6 under. Meanwhile, our featured golfer will begin already 6 shots off the pace. Let's pick up the action here as we begin at the long par 5 first. Okay, that's a good one to start safely in the fairway to get the tournament underway. We all know there is so much emphasis these days on power, hitting the ball long ways. We forget once in a while that you have to be able to put the ball in the proper places. That's what he's done right here.
Yeah, par 5s were designed as 3-shotters, and this hole is definitely a 3-shotter today. It's hard to get a putt this long on this green. That is a long way away. But now you really have to concentrate and try and 2-putt from here because this is very much in the 3-putt zone.
This is an 11-foot putt. That could be important as we go along. A good save of par here at 1, and he'll stay at level par. On to the second hole, par 3 of 225 yards. Good hole, Frank.
It certainly is, and the 2 bunkers, one left and one right, they remind you where not to go, but they don't really encroach on the green. So stay with a positive attitude on that tee, and you'll find that green is plenty big enough.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now from a tight lie, this his second. That's a confident roll right there. Well done. It's a par here at the second. And he'll remain right where he is. Fairly straightforward par 4 now. The third at the wetlands is 460 yards straight away.
It is 460 yards. It can be chopped down a lot of different ways. 300-yard tee shot and it's only 160. But if you're a mere mortal, 280, 180, the hole becomes that much longer, that much harder.
And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
19 feet away. Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. That one in for a bogey here at the third. He'll drop back to 1 over par. Another par 3 here at the 4, 225 yards. A swamp directly in front of the tee and a bunker protecting the front of the green. Aim for the heart. Solid tee shot will get you home. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second.
Just nothing really on that chip shot. It's a waste.
Nah, the putter bails him out. There, that's in for a par. And he'll stay at 1 over. Good look now at the 5th hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, and it's a good one. 635 yards. Coming now to another long par 5, the 635-yard 5th. Short hitters do not have to worry about the swamp on the left, but it may come into play for long hitters trying to get home in too. And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second. I guess you could say slow and steady is going to win this race, or so he hopes. Long ways to go.
I'd also add the word short, Rich. Slow, steady, and short. This is a long par 5 now.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch.
18 feet from the bottom of the cup.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, so that one finished off with double bogey. And that's going to drop him to 2 under. So our featured golfer well back after round 1 and now likely in a fight just to play the weekend.
I think they were in a different zip code today, Rich.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the wetlands, we bring you live second-round coverage of the Florida Classic. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. England's Tommy Fleetwood is the leader. He sits at 10 under par. So out to the action we go as we join the play on the tee at the par 5 7th hole.
Now his third, staring right at the green.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game. Now that's going to hurt. That simple chip shot and well off the mark. That hurts.
Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And he's going to slide backwards to 3 under par. 8th hole here at the wetlands, par 3, 203 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, actually, but you have to have a little look at your yardage book because that front bunker will make this hole look a little shorter to the eye than actually what it plays. Green gets a little narrow as it gets deeper, but flat and, well, I wouldn't say easy. 3 here, not too bad.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Second shot now, here at the par 3.
Chip shots, you've got to be so precise. You see all the contours of the green. Well, just needed a few more feet out of that one.
That one just going to sneak on by. Oof. A lot of you out there can relate to that. Okay, Finished off there for double bogey. And he'll drop back now to 1 under par. The ninth hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 621 yards.
You see why length is a huge advantage of this golf course, just under 7,700 yards. This hole here, another example, good tee shot, perhaps think of going for the par 5 and 2, but great collection of 3 bunkers that sort of annoy you with your layup there. Got to make sure you avoid all of those to leave yourself a nice little wedge shot in here if you can't reach it in 2.
Next week, the Florida Swing continues. Frankie, it's a home game for you. That's always nice as we head to Orlando and Bay Hill for the Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard. Always a good week.
No, it certainly is. Get some home-cooked meals, that's for sure, and get to watch people play. I don't know, I just love the finish at Bay Hill. 16, 17, and 18. So many tournaments where things have gone awry over that very stretch.
Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection, poor execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone.
This is a tough hole today, and just inside 10 feet after that short shot, so still working very hard to make par.
Oh, he's saying, where's the turn? It didn't move nearly as much as he anticipated. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that's going to move him back down to even par. We begin the inward 9 at the wetlands with the lengthy par 3 10th, 246 yards, 3 bunkers protecting the front of the green, and anything long or left has a chance to be wet. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now a second to this par 3. This is a 9-footer. Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And that's going to be good enough to keep him just inside the cut line here in round 2. So for our featured golfer, Frank, it is on to the weekend. Who knows? If you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number, see what happens.
Exactly. There's such a fine line, Rich, between playing well and sort of not struggling, but just mediocre. Putt goes in here or there. That could easily change tomorrow. Make a couple of birdies early, pop a long one in, and all of a sudden you're off and running.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notable Gay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.